In a shocking act of jealousy, a mother buried her own daughter alive in a vat of dough, simply because the daughter was prettier than her. The young girl was on the verge of suffocating to death when her father made a timely discovery. He rushed his daughter, who was barely clinging to life, to the hospital just in time to save her. Upon returning home, the husband confronted his wife, declaring that she was unfit to be a mother. However, this only fueled the woman's hatred towards her young daughter, leading her to lash out with violence. Anika, just 8 years old, should have been enjoying a carefree and lively childhood. Instead, she found herself at the mercy of her psychologically twisted mother's torment. Watching her mother and sisters enjoying a harmonious relationship, Anika couldn't understand why she was singled out. Desperate for affection, she tried to win her mother's favor, only to be cruelly pushed away. The only solace Anika found was in her father's tender consolation. However, in her mother's eyes, this was nothing more than her daughter exploiting her beauty to steal her husband's love. Gritting her teeth, the woman grabbed a pair of scissors and haphazardly chopped off Anika's hair. Even when the scissors cut into her daughter's forehead, she showed no remorse, determined to strip this little seductress of her radiance. Terrified, Anika fled and hid under the bed, but her mother relentlessly pursued her. Dragging her out, she delivered several brutal slaps across her face. For the first time, Anika cried out loudly, begging for mercy. It was also the first time she fought back, pushing her mother away and running for the door. Her resistance only served to enrage her mother further. The woman picked up a baseball bat and savagely beat her daughter with it. Rushed to the hospital, Anika lay battered and on the brink of death. Even the doctors couldn't believe a mother could inflict such cruelty on her own child. They advised the father that if he couldn't stop his wife's abuse, it would be best to send their daughter away. Otherwise, even if she managed to survive each attack, the trauma would leave indelible scars on her childhood. Though it pained him deeply, Anika's father knew that to ensure her safety and well-being, he had no choice but to send her away to live with her aunt in another town. 20 years later, Anika became a police officer. Fortunately, without her mother's torment, she grew up healthy in both body and mind. One day, Anika returned to her hometown for the first time in over 2 decades, triggering the resurgence of her nightmarish childhood memories. This forced homecoming was prompted by a case that had just landed on the police department's desk, the rape and murder of a young girl in Anika's old neighborhood.